Hello and welcome back. I'm here with my co-host Riker, and I'm bringing you another solo episode. So I'm super pumped, super excited for this topic because, like last week's topic, this week's topic is also a listener and viewer requested topic. So shout out to Gemma. Thank you, Gemma, for giving us this topic this week resoundingly on social media after I shared her topic suggestion. There were so many of you that were like, yes, do it. So that's what we're doing this week. And in the future, I'm going to be revealing more posts on social media that are going to allow you to select what we talk about on the podcast, because this is, after all, for you. So I want to make sure that you are getting what you want out of this podcast. So yeah. Now, before we dive into this episode, I want to just remind you quickly, briefly, before we get going, that next, actually almost under a month from now, but it's a little over a month from now, we are going to be hosting a live virtual Women's Wellness Summit. And this is going to be July 20th and 21st. It is a Saturday and Sunday. There are 8 incredible speakers that are going to be at this event. It also includes a health and wellness kit. You're going to get a wellness kit that each of the speakers have hand selected an item to go in the box. And then I have so many incredible sponsors that are going to be donating free products, free health and wellness products for you too. You are going to just flip. And it's not your typical, like, I know a lot of times we see people having like Soul in their boxes or in their swag bags and LMNT. Nope, we're not doing any of those. These are out of the box. These are like out of the box thinking. These are brands I love, brands, many of which I am an affiliate of or closely connected to their founders or both. So super excited to share that with you. There's going to be some discount codes for those too. So it's just going to be a great weekend for you to connect with other like-minded women, as well as to meet these 8 incredible speakers that are truly down to earth. They are just like you and me, which makes them so relatable, right? So many times I see speakers on stages that are just not relatable, right? They're just not like the average woman. And so I'm bringing these relatable women to you through this virtual health and wellness summit this summer. So if you are excited and ready to join in on this incredible opportunity for you to uplevel your health and wellness, or maybe to just start focusing on your health and wellness in general, make sure you go to the show notes. There will be a link for you to join and get your ticket. Tickets will be on sale until June 15th, so a limited time. At the time of this recording, you got about 3 weeks to get your ticket, and then we will have to close it off because we got to make sure we can get you your box, your health and wellness kit, to your house before the speakers go on our virtual stage, because they're going to be talking about the products that they hand selected for you that are inside the box. So excited. If you have any questions, DM me. And there are so many posts, so many videos that I've put out. There are going to be some IG lives that I'm doing with some of the speakers. So any questions you have, check out the resources. Link is in bio of my IG profile page. And again, chat with me in my DMs. I can answer any questions that you have about the event. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's dive into what we're going to be talking about today, which is I'm going to give you my top 4 supplement brands. And then also criterion to consider when you're looking at supplements. Okay. Just because I give you these 4 supplement brands that I really like doesn't mean we got a lot of thumbs up on our video here. You know, we're just getting all of those little add-ons. All right. um, but like I said, just because I say that these are my 4 like faves doesn't mean you have to necessarily go with them, right? I'm gonna, like I said, give you the criterion to look at with the supplements that you're, considering. And if they seem like they pass the test on these criterion, then go ahead and pursue them, right? So I wanted to start with what we're going to be talking about, right? To give you that overview, like I always do. So we're going to be talking about 3 criterion that I would use to help you determine whether a supplement and a supplement brand at that is high quality. Okay, we're going to also be talking about um, a we're going to be talking about the 4 top brands that I want to share with you. I'm also going to be sharing with you a wholesale website that I use as a practitioner with my clients, which you don't have to be a client of mine to be a subscriber to their website, and it's totally free. And you can get major discounts because they're wholesale, so they're getting it at cheaper prices because they're buying in bulk. So we'll talk about why I love that website. And then we're going to end with some reminders, some things for you to think about as you're, looking for new supplements to add to your routine. So let's dive into it, right, Riker? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So first things first, let's talk about the first criterion, okay, which is going to be third-party testing, right? That means that there is someone outside of the company that is looking at these supplements to make sure that they are quality, to make sure they actually include what they say they include, because not every supplement does, right? Not every supplement is created equal. So USP is one of those main ways to get third-party tested, and they're a verification program that goes through a set of multiple steps and processes to verify that a product, like I said, is quality. And they're really looking at things like dietary supplements and active pharmaceutical ingredients. Okay. The second criterion that you want to be looking at is ingredients. All right. We don't want to have fillers in our supplements unless absolutely necessary. Sometimes, you're going to get that because there needs to be something to bind the ingredients together to keep it in a, pill form, so to speak. But again, that's also why sometimes people will, or I shouldn't say people, sometimes companies will use a capsule so that they don't have to use fillers, and they just, put all the ingredients into a capsule. But again, those capsules can often be made of fillers too. So you just have to be really careful with that stuff. I do want to share with you 6 of the most common fillers. So if you see these on the ingredients label, first of all, they should be on the ingredients label if they're being truthful. But if you see these, just be aware that these are often fillers, or they're often used as like coating agents too. So the top 6 that we're commonly seeing in supplements would be cellulose. Okay, it's a plant vegetable, and it's popular for binding and coating ingredients. Second one is gelatin. Okay, that's an animal byproduct made from processing bones, fat, and tendons from cows, pigs, and sheep. Okay. So someone who is a vegan is not going to want to have gelatin in their supplements. So it's just very important to know that. Then we have magnesium stearate, we have lactose, maltodextrin, and then potassium sorbate. And again, I'm not going to go into each of those ingredients and what they are, but if you want to look those up, you absolutely can. But again, these are the most common fillers that we're seeing, and we just don't really need to have those in supplements if we're making them truly clean and quality. Okay. The other thing I wanted to mention too is that, or I should say the third thing I want to mention, the third criterion is the label. Okay. The label on your supplement should, at the very least, have the product name, should have the manufacturer's info, and the supplement panel with active ingredients. All right. So this should include things like the serving size and the number of servings per container. If you're not even getting those things, I would question whether or not that is a truly reputable brand, a quality brand, because if it is a truly reputable and quality brand, it should be giving you those things. Like, they should be transparent with those items. Okay. Also, the other thing too, I want to mention that, through my schooling and through my certification as a holistic nutritionist, I learned that the RDI, so the recommended daily intake, is drastically different and almost always less than the therapeutic range. So when you are looking at a supplement and it says the RDI, which is the recommended intake per day, is, X amount, typically that is a lot lower than what we should be taking in order to actually see maximum benefit and maximum effects, and truly to see it being used as a therapy. Okay, so I'm not going to give you all the specs on that for each individual vitamin and mineral, but if you're interested in knowing about a specific supplement, please reach out to me, and I have a whole list that thank goodness I didn't have to memorize as part of my schooling, but I have like a whole reference sheet. So if there's something that you're curious about, I can definitely give you the information on what the therapeutic range is for that. And again, it just means that you're going to see benefits from that specific nutrient a lot faster, because we're taking it at a therapeutic range, which means we're actually going to see the fruits of its labor, so to speak. Okay. So let's talk about the 4 brands that I'm going to share with you. And then I'm going to talk about a supplement wholesale website that I really love, that I use as a practitioner. And I'll give you more specs on that. And then the last thing we'll do is look at those reminders, right? Those things to keep in mind when you are going to purchase supplements. Okay. So first one is going to be Thorne. Okay. Now Thorne has a handful, or I should say a slew of different products. They range from multivitamins to vitamins to minerals, probiotics. They've got fish oil, omega-3, fiber, collagen, protein powders, and even creatine, which if you don't know what creatine is, it is one of our essential amino acids. And it helps the body produce energy, especially with our muscles. Okay, so people who are bodybuilding or just wanting to build natural muscle, creatine is super important in that process. Again, they have very high, strict quality standards. So this is one reason that I really like this brand. And I also want to mention too that all 4 of these brands that I'm sharing with you, I've actually personally used. So it's not just like I'm blindly recommending these without having used them. Not at all. I'm going to only recommend to you things that I have actually used when it comes to supplements. So, Thorne, I love. Second one is going to be Pure Encapsulations. Again, they have a large selection of different types of products, different types of supplements, I should say. They tout themselves as free of additives and common allergens. Most of their supplements are gluten-free, which is awesome for me. And they are independent, lab tested, and made with research-backed ingredients. Okay. Third, we have Integrative Therapeutics. They tout themselves as using premium ingredients that are backed by science. And what's really cool about them is that all their potential suppliers undergo extensive vetting by elite scientists at the top of their field before becoming chosen as vendors. So they're very strict on their quality of ingredients. And then we have Quicksilver Scientific, which they're really good at like detoxifying ingredients that support detoxification. So what I've used from them is their activated charcoal, which is really awesome. They offer services as well, so not just supplements. So they also offer to practitioners and to consumers. They offer at-home heavy metal testing. Again, really prioritizing detoxification. But again, they have a variety or an array of different supplement types that you can choose from. So those are my 4 tried and true and trusted supplement brands. I also want to say too that I'm not giving you like the price points of these because they're all different depending on what kind of supplement you're getting. But I will say that what we're talking about next, which is Fullscript, which is a wholesale website that offers you a discount on supplements. They offer all of these on their website. And with the discount that you get because it's wholesale, they're a lot cheaper than it would be if you say got them on Amazon or got them directly from these companies' websites. So just want to put that out there. So I do want to mention there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 things I want to mention that Fullscript touts as, why they are a trusted path to getting your supplements. And the first one would be that they are NSF registered. They include NSF registered warehouses, which means that all of their warehouses that they're getting supplements from are going to be certified by the National Sanitation Foundation. So that's huge, right? When we talk about quality ingredients and quality manufacturing processes, that is huge. Okay. Second, they are CGMP audited brands. They only include CGMP audited brands, which means that they are current with the good manufacturing practices um, of supplements. So that's huge because we want to make sure that these brands that are being allowed into this website are actually producing quality supplements and using quality ingredients, and we're not just letting them fly under the radar, that they're constantly going under scrutiny to make sure that they still are providing the best for the consumer. The third is going to be that they tout that they have potent primary ingredients. They have little to no fillers in their products, in the supplements that they allow on their website. They also have selected samples for finished product testing, meaning, after the product's created, before it goes on the shelf, they check samplings of products to make sure that they truly have what they say they have in them. And then these supplements are also vetted by real practitioners, which is also huge, right? So they're going through multiple vetting avenues before they are on the shelves, the digital shelves, so to speak, or the virtual shelves, so to speak, on Fullscript. So again, like I said, I use this with my clients. So if you become a client of mine, I will most likely recommend supplements from their website, just because they're a lot cheaper than getting them from Amazon or from the company's website direct. So, and you don't have to work with me in order to get discounts on Fullscript. So it's definitely one that I would look into in terms of using that as your avenue to get your supplements potentially. So last thing I want to mention and last thing I want to discuss is just 4 reminders that I want you to be aware of as you're, looking at supplements when you're choosing what is best for you, right? So the first thing is just remember that not all supplement brands are created equal. Like I said at the beginning, at the top of this podcast, do your research and make sure you're checking with your doctor or doctors to ensure that the supplements that you are interested in will actually be beneficial for you. Okay. Second thing is that your body is unique, right? Everybody's body is unique. So what works for your family or for your friends in terms of supplements may not work for you. And we just need to understand and realize that just because somebody on TikTok is saying, oh, this supplement changed my life, doesn't mean that it's going to have the same benefit, the same effect for you, because you are not that same person, right? So just keep that in mind as well. Third thing is that I would make sure that you conduct a CBC, which is a complete blood count, with your PCP, your primary care physician, to get a baseline for where your body is at, because that will help you to determine what supplements, if any, you really should consider, truly supplementing with, and which could be supportive for you. And then fourth and finally, is that supplements, remember, are supplemental. Okay, they are not a replacement for your whole foods and your proper nutrition. So always put whole foods first, and your food should be your primary source of nutrition, and supplementation should always come as a secondary piece if you need it, right? So just want to leave you with those 4 reminders. Again, I hope this was supportive and helpful. If you want me to go in depth on anything in this episode or in other episodes, please reach out and let me know, and I'm happy to do that. I hope you have a wonderful start to your week if you are listening to this when it releases on Monday. And if not, I hope that you have a great rest of your day or great start to your day whenever you're listening to this. And I will chat with you later. Take care.